going on, everyone? Back in the USA, back home, and got a video here to kick out. We got one from Alpha Anthem. Woman regrets asking for divorce after a husband hands her divorce papers. Let's get into it.
I get asked a lot, what was one of your biggest failures in your own divorce that you wish other people would know? And it's very easy. I spent months, and I mean months, worrying about saying the words, I want a divorce. I worried how he was going to take it. I worried how he was going to feel. I was worried about his reaction, his immediate reaction only. And I worked so hard at having the courage to say, I want a divorce. We need to separate. I spent so much time and energy on that. What I did not spend a lot of time and energy on was preparing myself for what was going to happen the next day and the next day and the next day. I did not think past that moment. I said those words without being prepared. I said those words without being educated. I said those words without having a fucking plan B through Z. I only thought about just saying the words, and that's it.
Yes, we got the classic I didn't think this through moment. She put all this energy into rehearsing I want a divorce like it was some sort of grand slam. But the twist is there was no planning for what happens after she drops that bomb. I mean, imagine that. She's got months to think, how is he going to react, but zero to prep herself for what now? And that's where the system loves to have people like this clueless. Everyone's out there practicing their lines, but no one's ready to read the fine print on the fallout. And where the reality hits is she didn't have the foggiest clue about aftermath. All those financial knots to untangle, lawyer bills, the emotional hit that just keeps coming day after day. That's the trap. The idea of just saying, I want out is the hardest part. I mean, newsflash, society feeds this narrative to keep people thinking short term. She's here living the long game consequences she's never thought of, because why would she? No one told her that in I'm a strong independent woman memo, and that's just the first act.
Okay, I filmed this 3 times and I keep deleting it. I want to be real with a lot of people, because I hope on my comments and a lot of my videos, a lot of people are like, how are you doing so good? How do you handle everything? And it's honestly, day by day, how do you handle your divorce so good? Day by day. We're almost there, we're almost done. And it's 90% there. The paperwork's almost done. But today, for example, he's like, hey, can you sign the papers? They're ready at 5. And I'm like, okay, well, I need to read through them. Also, I just need a minute. It's hard. The marriage was not good. I know that. He was not good for me. He wasn't never gonna be what I needed him to be. And so it's good that it's happening, but it's still a very sad chapter, and I think it's okay to feel those feelings, and even though if it wasn't good, it's my life that I thought I was gonna have with somebody, and for my son. And so this is what divorce looks like.
So she's deep in this day-by-day mode, holding it all together by this thread, while everybody else claps their hands for her wow, you're doing so amazing. But then she does say something real. He wasn't good for me, but it's sad. That's the humanity creeping in, and let's be honest, that's what people are sold. A dreamy, perfect life with the right spouse, only to find out later that it's a transaction and not a fairy tale. The kicker is every reason she's giving is rooted in a vision of what could have been, only to realize that what never was. Society sold her on that dream and then turned around and handed her the nightmare. Her divorce isn't about just letting go of him, it's letting go of the fantasy that was never real to begin with. And why? Because reality doesn't sell, but broken dreams sure do.
I literally just got divorced. I'm done. I don't ever have to see him again. That was so hard. That was so painful. I couldn't look at him. I couldn't say hi. I couldn't say bye. I just walked away. The person that I loved the most in this entire world. The person I loved most in this entire world, That was it. That's how the story ends. I loved him with everything that I was. And now it's done. Oh God, I'm fucking broken, man. I fucking hurt. I kept it together until the end. But I did that shit. I did that alone. I got divorced alone. I did it myself. I did all the work. I did all the research. Oh, I can't stop crying. Oh my god. I did all the research. I did all the work. I did all the paperwork. I did all the legal documents. I fucking did it.
Yep, so she's done, she's spent, and that's the raw moment of, I did this alone. I mean, listen, that is an unsaid rule of divorce. No one is really in your corner. She poured her heart into a man in marriage and only ended up doing the grunt work herself, the research, the paperwork, and figure out where all the pieces fall. I mean, does it sound familiar? It should, because modern life practically encourages people to jump ship without a life raft. This whole I did all the work myself sounds really empowering at first, but it's really just a painful reminder that she's another cog in a divorce machine, grinding away with no real support system, and that's how the machine keeps spinning. You know, everyone believes in the empowered individual, but when it's crunch time, it's every person for themselves. That's not independence, that's isolation. Alright guys, that's the end of the video here, but you know, here we are. It's a series of broken dreams, a crumbled family, and a generation of getting sold on empowerment that leaves them stranded. You know, society dangles this shiny idea of liberation and fulfillment, yet people are left navigating a minefield of emotional and financial fallout alone. Divorce is at an all-time high, with studies showing around 50% of marriages end in splits, and most of them are initiated by women. Not because they're villains, but because modern narratives have sold them on this fantasy with no blueprint for reality. So what do we do about it? First, we need to rewrite the script on relationships and cut out the fairy tale bullshit and teach that life is messy. You know, family, support, compromise, I mean, these are not relics, they're foundations. You know, second, we need to talk about education. People should know the full impact of divorce before they sign up for it, and not after. And last, maybe it's time to focus on community again. Support networks, not isolation, and that's how you really empower people, is by giving them more than an illusion. Anyways, guys, it's kind of a short one today. If you like what you've seen, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below what you think. I'm gonna go play with my dog some more, and then I'm gonna go to bed. I am tired. I've been, I think, up 36, 37 hours now. Little delusional, but I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.